Samuel, first of all, we would like to welcome you on Oman Sport TV. And let me start with the fans of Argentina. We have just seen them in the studio. They were happy from the result. How was, Argentina won, and how was Lionel Messi performance yesterday?
I think the thing about this tournament, and it bodes well for Argentina, is that Lionel Messi is getting better with every game. We obviously know what happened in the first match, Argentina surprisingly losing to Saudi Arabia. I've been lucky enough to be at the majority of their games since then. I was at the game against Poland where Lionel Messi basically ran the show. Yesterday, by all accounts, he was quite impressive yet again. He could have had a hat-trick. He was running things, wasn't he? He was playing like a 24, 25-year-old, not like a 35-year-old like we know. So for him, it's brilliant. For the fans, it's excellent. For the neutrals, it's great as well for this World Cup. We want to see the best players playing well. It's exactly what Lionel Messi is doing. He is coming to form at just the right time. Forget the fact that they lost to Saudi Arabia in the first match. It's all about the here and now. You mentioned the fans there as well. They have been quite incredible this tournament. The Ahmed bin Ali Stadium yesterday was basically like being in Buenos Aires, wasn't it? The atmosphere, sensational. I've been lucky enough to be here throughout the majority of the build-up to this World Cup, and the Argentina fans have been brilliant, not just during this tournament. And really, you have to think that they deserve to win this World Cup. Lionel Messi deserves to lift this FIFA World Cup.
Great. Generally, how was the performance of Argentina? It was a bit difficult match, especially in the end.
Yes, but that's what World Cups are about. They're not just about battering teams, like we would say, winning 3-4, 5-0 stylishly. They are about grinding results out. And that's what Argentina are doing. And if you look at previous winners of this competition, you look at Spain back in 2010, they won a lot of their games by 1-0. I don't think France were particularly sensational when they won the FIFA World Cup back in 2018. Even going back to Brazil in 2002. Teams have to find a way to win international tournaments. Right now, that's exactly what Argentina are doing, and that bodes pretty well for their fans.
Great. Netherlands could defeat USA 3-1. How you saw that match?
I think it was a tricky game, wasn't it? It was actually a really tricky game for Holland, and they'll be pleased that they came through that one. In the first instance, the US had quite a few opportunities. Holland did what they needed to do in the end. It was probably a 2-1 game. Obviously, it ended up 3-1, as you mentioned. In Holland, really, I think their star man, I know everyone talks about Virgil van Dijk, I actually think their star man is Louis van Gaal, because this is a man that is now 19 games unbeaten as Holland manager. This is a man that has an impeccable World Cup record, really, in terms of taking teams to the knockout stages. He's 71 years old, full of experience. There aren't many other managers that you'd rather have leading your side to a FIFA World Cup. Of course, Holland, arguably the biggest nation never to have lifted the FIFA World Cup trophy. I still think it's going to be difficult for them. I still think your Argentinas, your Brazils, your Frances, perhaps even England have slightly more opportunities, but they're in the hat, aren't they?
Great. What about England today against Senegal? What are the latest news? Any player will be missed or injuries?
It sounds like Bukayo Saka is going to start for Gareth Southgate's side, which is an interesting one. Saka, of course, started this tournament brilliantly. He has come into this FIFA World Cup in form as well for his domestic club Arsenal. But Gareth Southgate has what we would call a headache, and it's a good headache in the fact that he doesn't quite know, well, he probably knows, but we don't quite know who he should pick, because we've got Marcus Rashford, we've got Bukayo Saka, we've got Raheem Sterling, we've got Jack Grealish, we've got Phil Foden, all of which can play in and around those attacking wing positions. It's a great problem to have. England, touch wood, as we would also say, don't seem to be suffering with too many injuries. So it's going to be really interesting to see who he goes for. Only slight problem for England at the moment is Harry Kane, who has played a lot of football at the moment. He has featured for almost every, if not every game since Antonio Conte has joined Tottenham Hotspur. He doesn't look quite fully fit, and of course he was the record goal scorer in the last FIFA World Cup. We need to get him, and I say we as an England fan and journalist, we need to get him on the score sheet, fit and firing, I think, if England are to stand a chance of winning this FIFA World Cup.
Wish you all the best, Samuel. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.